So an overview of the session. Today's panel consists of Mike Michaud, who is the Senior Director of Infrastructure and Public Safety, Nicole Belmore, who is the Manager of Residents. We also have additional staff from each of these departments who will be monitoring the Q&A and answering any of your questions submitted. If you have questions regarding departments or services, please register to attend our table talk sessions or check out the orientation videos. They're very helpful. There's been a lot of questions answered and a lot of resources for you within them. You can do this on the Candor orientation website. Due to the high number of attendees, we are using the Q&A feature for all attendees to submit their questions. Once your question has been answered, it will be displayed for all to see. If you do not wish to share your name, you can choose to ask the question anonymously. Please make sure to keep your questions appropriate and use respectful language. And one more thing I just want to add quickly, when you're asking questions, be mindful of the questions that have already been asked. So just do a quick scroll of what's been asked and make sure you're not asking the same question again, because we do work to answer all the questions and we will make sure that we either answer or direct you to the person that can answer that. Now, prizes. As an additional bonus to all the wonderful information that you will be receiving at this table talk session, your name will also be entered into a draw for an Apple Watch. Now, the more sessions you attend, the more information you will receive, and as a bonus, the more chances you have to win this prize. Now, we're going to get into the table talk, but before I do that, I'm going to launch a very quick poll. So we'll launch the kickoff poll. Where are you joining us from today? And is this your first table talk session? All right, so give it another minute, just seeing some responses coming in. Good morning, Danbir Singh. All right, so I'm going to end the poll and share the results quickly. So where are you joining us from today? It looks like 87% of our attendees are from outside Canada, so welcome. And is this your first table talk session? 77% said no, so that's good. You've been attending them, you've been getting good information, and you have more chances to win the prize. For 23% that said yes, like I mentioned, you can definitely access these throughout by going on the orientation page, and then you can check them out on demand. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, there will be an ongoing Q&A throughout the session. Once the panelists are done speaking, they can answer certain questions live, and we can determine what questions to ask the panelists. These can be pulled from the live Q&A chart or previously submitted questions. Once all questions have been answered, time has ran out, we'll end the session. So what I'm going to do really quick before our first speaker starts is launch one more quick poll, the safety and security poll. So we'll give that another probably 2 minutes, have a look at that, and then we'll share the results and we'll pass it over to Mike Michaud. So give it a 20, 30 seconds to get the last few responses in. All right, so we'll end it there. I'll share the results. Have you downloaded the Canada Safe app? 13% of you said yes. Hopefully after this session, we'll have that up to 100%. And then if you have already downloaded the Canada Safe app, have you completed the vaccine passport to include the enhanced Ontario government documentation with QR code? 26% said no, 3% said yes. So after this session, we're definitely going to need we're going to need that number to increase for sure. So without further delay, I'll pass it over to Mike Missio.
Good morning, and thank you, Jesse. Welcome to the Safety Matters information session for Canada College. I see that we have several people online, and as Jesse mentioned, please participate by asking questions. We want to make sure that, especially when it comes to your safety and any concerns that you have with being on campus, that those questions get answered. Yes, we will talk about COVID as we just saw in the poll regards to mandatory information that we're going to need if you're going to be on campus. So we will talk about COVID protocols and how to use that Canada Safe app, as well as just general safety and security questions that you may have, answering those questions that you may have in regards to being on campus and what security does and the services that we have to offer. So maybe I'll start there instead of just talking about COVID, which we have spent a lot of time talking and discussing. But as mentioned, if you have questions, please put those into the chat. Get those questions in. We want to make sure that you have all the information, and come January, you're ready to go and are prepared to be on campus. Just to talk about security a little bit, we do have a full crew of security personnel that are on campus 24/7. So I'm talking about North Bay campus. We have 3 locations, obviously, with the Education Center at 100 College Drive, Commerce Court, and Aviation. We do have security presence at all of those 3 locations here in North Bay. And we're talking about employees that work for the college. This is not a security team that is contracted out. These are employees of the college that are security guards that are well-trained. And they have a few core duties to ensure that your experience while on campus is both safe but enjoyable. Some of those services extend everything from parking services, parking enforcement, all the way to our college policies that are enforced through security. It could be anything from providing assistance, 911 emergency type medical assistance, to enforcing policies on sexual violence, harassment, talking about consent here in a minute, and what security does in those types of situations, to support disclosures, to supporting our respectful college community. You may have already seen some of the policies already in previous sessions, so I won't go over those again. But really, security is here to ensure that those policies are enforced. And like I said, it could range from parking to smoking infractions in policy, all the way to our respectful college community. So when we talk about what security does on a daily basis to ensure that the campus is safe, we've got several different things that we do. We've got surveillance that is conducted through the security cameras that we have on site. We monitor the alarms that are situated both in the campus as well as outside on the campus grounds, responding to emergency calls for service, whether that be medical or somebody stuck in the parking lot. We also monitor our policies and procedures around fire and emergency evacuation to lockdown. So they're doing things throughout the day just to make sure that the campus is safe and responding to any concerns or questions that students may have. Most times, whether it's a student or an employee or a visitor to the campus, security is one of the first contacts that you will see. They're very visible. They wear a uniform. It's a blue uniform with our logo on it. It's very distinctive. They tend to look like a police officer, but they are not officers. They work for the college to enforce the policies that we have. You may see them on foot throughout the campus, whether it's inside or outside. We have a security vehicle that you might see them in. We also have a bike patrol in the summer and warmer months. You will see them on bikes just patrolling the campus, whether or not it's here or down at lower residence. You will see them on an ongoing basis. So there's a lot that we do. I know one of the polling questions was in regards to the parking services. If you plan on bringing a vehicle to campus, whether at residence or just on campus, commuting to school, we do have parking permits available online. We want to point you to those resources, which is on our security webpage. There you see the link there, the parking permit sales. So if you plan on parking on campus, the best option for you is to buy a parking permit right online. So you have the link there. You can also pay when you get to campus if you don't expect to use your vehicle every single day, and if you're going to utilize your bus pass and you just want to use your vehicle when you need it, you could just use our visitor parking and buy a daily parking pass or even an hour parking pass. So the online system is best to buy either a semester or a yearly pass if you're going to be here for the next more than one semester. If you're living on campus, if you're just here for the winter semester, you could buy a semester pass online, and that is the best way to facilitate your parking on campus, and that is done through security. If you buy a parking pass online, that is picked up in one of our security offices in North Bay. There is no parking charges for Parry Sound. As mentioned, the Canadore Safe app, and I'm just going to share my screen here if I can. It might cut into your presentation just quickly. The Canadore Safe app gives you all the information that I'm talking about. So, some of the services that we have available through security, if you want to get in touch with security, if there's an emergency, or if you just want to access information, that is all done through our Canadore Safe app. This is what it looks like. It's easily downloadable through the App Store. If you have an Apple product, so you can download through the App Store. If you have an Android device, easily downloadable through the Google Store. So as part of the polling, we want everybody who expects to be on campus. So if you're on this call and you're listening and you need to be on campus in January, you need to download this Canadore Safe app for multiple reasons. One is COVID, which we will get to, but it's a great resource on all the information that we're talking about this morning. So that's what it looks like. All you have to do is search Canadore Safe app in one of those two stores. It's an open app. You could just download it. You will have to put in some information in regards to the vaccine passport and daily self-assessment. So that's what it looks like. If there's any questions, please let me know. I'll stop sharing so you can go back to your presentation online here.
Thanks, Mike. So one of the questions we're getting, I'm looking through, is what is pre-screening? Is it important before registration? And where can I get info about this?
I'm sorry, Jesse, did you say pre-screening?
Yeah.
Okay, so self-assessment. So let's just jump into COVID for a second. So right now we have some policies in place to ensure that when you're on campus, we're mitigating the risk of obviously COVID transmission. The campus has been open since August of 2020, and we have done a really excellent job of just making sure that while you're on campus, you're safe and feel comfortable doing so. One of the first steps is, like I said, download the Canadore Safe app. There's two things that you're going to need when you arrive on campus to expect to engage with security. We have checkpoints at every entrance. 100 College Drive, it's the very front door. Aviation, again, it's the very front door. And Commerce Court, it's the back entrance. So when you arrive on campus and come in, you will be greeted by a security person. They're going to look to make sure that you have the Canadore Safe app. On that Canadore Safe app, there's a link down near the bottom where it says COVID instructions. It says there's a little symbol there and it says COVID protocols and procedures. So if you click on that, one of the things that you're going to see is self-assessment. You're going to have to complete that self-assessment. It's a daily health check every single day. When you complete that daily assessment, it's going to give you a QR code that's green. If you're feeling well, you have no symptoms, it'll give you a green QR code, and that's what you're going to have to scan in as you're coming into campus. That will also check to make sure that you've done your vaccine passport. Now, that daily self-assessment is every single day. It expires every 24 hours before you come into the campus that day. Please complete that self-assessment. The vaccine passport is one time. So you will see a link in there for the vaccine passport. You will have to register, including your name, your email address, whether or not you're a student or employee. Just follow the instructions on that page for vaccine passport, fill in your information, and upload a certificate for those living in Canada. In Ontario, we need your enhanced QR code certificate. So please go to that app, follow the instructions for the vaccine passport, and upload a picture of your enhanced certificate. We need the QR code. Once that happens, it comes into security. We will take a look at that information. You will notice that you will either be in review. So once you complete that, you'll be able to come onto campus. You'll tell us which vaccine that you have, that you're fully vaccinated, upload the picture. You'll be in review. It'll give you a yellow QR code and you'll be able to come into campus. Security will review that in the background to make sure that you've uploaded the right certificate. They will then approve it. It will either go to full approval or they will contact you to say we need more information. If you're traveling from abroad, we still need your vaccine certificate. We need to make sure that you receive 2 doses of an approved vaccine. That information can be obtained through the app or on our Canada Government COVID webpage. So we just need to make sure that you're fully vaccinated, and we need you to upload that, a picture of that documentation. Again, it'll be checked in the exact same way. Once that is approved, that's all you need to do in regards to the vaccine passport. Do your daily self-assessment, and that'll be checked on the way in. We'll stop there. That was a lot, Jesse. There are other questions in regards to COVID and the app.
That's great, Mike. Thank you. So we have received, so we're getting some questions about the travel support letter and registration. Now, some of that information was answered in the admissions table talk session. This session is dedicated mostly to security and residents. So I would advise you to ask questions related to that, because there's a lot of important information from each side that you're going to want to have. So if you can focus your questions towards that, we could direct your other questions to previous sessions as that information was covered. We also have quite a few international sessions coming up. And we have Hins on the call. So if Hins wants to jump in and answer some of these questions, he can if he's available. So what I'll do, I'll go ahead and launch the residence poll before Nicole speaks. All right, so I'll end the poll there and I'll share the results. So are you planning on living in residence for winter 2022? 12% said yes. A few people said they're not sure. Is there still space available? And if you're planning on living in residence in winter 2022, have you submitted your application online? 6% said yes, 50% said no. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Nicole Belmore, who's manager of residence. She'll be able to give you some great information relating to that.
All right, thank you, Jesse. So as he said, I'm Nicole, I'm the general manager for the residence. Thank you for completing the poll. Very interesting to see that some of you are planning to come and stay with us. Also very interesting to see that many of you haven't applied yet. So if you haven't already applied online, it's super important that you apply as soon as possible. We do still have some spaces, but they are on a first come, first served basis. So you definitely want to get your application in online as soon as possible, especially if you require arrival before January 9th. January 9th is the official move-in day for residents. International students specifically, if you have flights that are coming earlier, we need to know if you're coming. Also, if you intend to use residence as part of a quarantine plan, we need to work that through with you. So please, if you haven't already yet and you intend to live in residence or you think you might be coming to residence, make sure you get that application in as soon as possible. Applications are available on our website at canadorresidence.ca, or you can find us on the Canadore College website. Just click residence. And then there's a big red button on our webpage that says apply for residence, and then you simply select domestic student or international student or family housing if that's what you require. And then it will take you to a portal. You can create a residence account and apply there. So yeah, super important. If you have any questions about applying for residence, our front desk is 24/7. Make sure to give us a call, but it's very important that you get your application in as soon as possible if you do plan to stay with us. If you're still not sure about where you're going to live, I highly recommend that you check us out online and take our virtual tour. You don't need to be, in North Bay to come and see us. You can see us virtually. So we have a tour on our webpage. If you click your room on our website, it will take you to a 3D clickable walkthrough where you can actually walk through a room as if you're here in person and check out what your bedroom would look like, what your kitchen looks like, what spaces you will share with your roommate and what spaces you'll have to yourself. But essentially, our residences are really great in that you get your own bedroom. So unlike a lot of other residences, you don't have to share with a roommate. You've got your own bedroom with a lockable door. So you've got your own private space on campus. You also only share a bathroom with one other person. So rather than having to share a common giant bathroom with an entire floor building of people, you only have to share with one other person. So there's not a lot of fighting for the shower. You also have a full kitchen in your suite. So a full fridge and an oven and stove. So you can cook right within your own space, which is really great. And students really like that. So visit us online if you haven't already. Take a walk through of our building. You can see some pictures there as well, but it's actually a great opportunity to click through, see what furniture also comes with the space so that you know what to bring and what you don't need to bring. Unlike a lot of other places, students here have a desk in the room with the chairs. So you've got a great study space and it's all included. The other nice thing about choosing residence versus off campus is all of your bills are included, including internet. So if you have any online classes, we've recently just done internet upgrades in our building to support that online learning. So you've got your private bedroom with great internet for you to access those online classes without any issues. And then if you do have on-campus classes, we're conveniently located just a few minutes up the hill with a bus, or a quick bus ride to our Commerce Court and our aviation campuses if you're in programs at those locations. So yeah, all bills are included. It's a one fee and you're done. You don't need to worry about, paying bills or registering for hydro, things like that. It's all included, all the utilities. So we also have residence life staff here in residence. They can support you through your transition to college, or if you're international, also your transition into Canada. They host some events in residence to help you meet others as well. So if you are struggling to meet people outside of your program and want to make friends, it's a great place in residence to come to our virtual events, meet some others, get to know your neighbors, and again, just feel welcome and at home. And they'll also help if you need any advice for, living away from home for the first time, studying at Canadore, where to access certain services on campus. For a great one-stop shop to help direct you elsewhere. Our buildings are really safe and secure, so you don't need to worry about safety. I know this is the safety presentation, so I'll focus a little bit on that right now. Our buildings are all locked, so our front doors have fob access, and each student that lives here has access to the building. So you know that, random other people from non-residents can't come into the building without access, or they have to pass by our front desk first. I know that we've gotten some questions about having guests in residence. Currently, with the current state of COVID, we aren't allowing guests and residents at this time. If that changes, students will be contacted. So if you need to visit anyone off campus, you're welcome to do so, but we are keeping our residence as a safe space for students living in residence, so that we can make sure that there is no spread of COVID. And on the topic of COVID, I'll elaborate a little bit on how we're keeping students safe. So if you have any concern about catching COVID in Canada and when you're coming to Canadore, if you're coming from other communities in Ontario, I know that North Bay's been a pretty COVID safe space. And also with our residents specifically, we've had 0 community spread. So that's no person-to-person spread in residence since the beginning of the pandemic. So we're really proud of that statistic. We've had enhanced cleaning processes and safety measures in place. We use a commercial grade natural cleaner in all of our common spaces and high touch areas, such as our lobbies, our stairwells, the elevators, so you can be sure that you'll be safe, or at least as safe as we can possibly make it in residence while you stay here. Also, unlike a lot of apartment buildings, each of our units has their own air systems, so the air isn't shared. So if someone gets sick in another suite or unit in the building, you can feel a little more comfortable knowing that your air and their air from their unit don't mix, so there's not any cross-contamination there. And again, since multiple students aren't sharing the same bathrooms and kitchen spaces, and it's really just you and your roommates, there's less chance of spread there too. And again, if your classes have moved online because of COVID, you have your own bedroom, you have great high-speed internet, so it's a great space to do those private online class calls right from the comfort of your own room, so you don't have any worries there. So yeah, that's a little bit about residence. Again, if you haven't checked us out online, I highly recommend, just to get a feel of the space, to see what we offer. And again, we're 24/7. You can always call us if you have any questions. It's very important, again, that you get your applications in as soon as possible so that we know you're coming. It's December 9th today, so we're exactly 30 days away from welcoming the next batch of students for winter 2022, and we're getting super excited about that. So yeah, if there's any questions, I'll take those.
Thank you very much, Nicole. I saw one of the questions, Ryan actually jumped in, and it was related to guests. So I'm glad Ryan jumped in, said you'd be answering that. So I'm glad you covered that. Hopefully that changes in the future with COVID. So I have another one here. When will I know who my roommate is and which building I am in?
Yeah, so again, the sooner you apply, the better. You won't find out which building you're in until you get here, but we do try and give you as much notice for roommates as possible. That way you're able to talk with each other in advance to, ask who's bringing the toaster and do I need to bring this? Are you bringing the cutlery? Maybe we will share, maybe we won't. So you can kind of get to know each other in advance, but also find out who's bringing what. We do try and get that out at least 2 weeks before move-in, but again, it all depends on when you apply as well. So once you apply, we have to process your application, match you with a suitable roommate, and then get those notifications out. So again, the sooner you apply, the better, because it does take us some time from the point where you apply to us actually finding looking at the spaces that we have with students that are leaving after this first semester, matching roommates, and then actually getting those notifications out. And Jesse, thanks again for bringing up the guest piece, since we did have some questions. I also just want to mention that we do offer family housing as well. It's for immediate family members, so husbands and wives of students, as well as their immediate children. So if you are coming and you have a spouse or children that are coming to Canada or to Canadore with you, You can look at that option as well. So if a guest you're concerned on having in residence is your spouse, then that is something we offer. We have a family housing option, but it again is simply for direct family only and not for outside guests and friends.
Great, thank you, Nicole. So we still have a little bit of time. If anyone has questions dedicated to either residents or the security piece, we're available to answer that, and we're happy. I spoke to Hinz, and he has directed international students to attend the international students. So I'll just give you the dates coming up so you know. There will be staff on hand to answer your specific questions regarding your travel support letter. So the drop-in session, the first one is Monday, December 13th. So that's actually coming up from 9 to 10 a.m. There's another drop-in session from 9 to 10 a.m. on Monday, December 20th. And then there's an international orientation for winter 2022 from 9 to 11 a.m. on January 6th. And then additionally, we have the First Peoples Center orientation on January 5th, 6th, and 7th at 11 a.m. And Student Success Services presents Winter 101, everything you need to know to survive and thrive in a Canadian winter. So I will leave the questions open. If you have, how can you save the orientation class? So that's a good question. You don't need to save the orientation. We actually put the videos online, so you can view them on demand on our website, but you can also check them out on YouTube. So a lot of people choose that option. If you're working or if you're currently in school and you're not able to attend, you can watch all of these all at night, because there's information that you might not have gotten in this session, but it will be in the other session. We're getting a lot of admissions related questions, questions regarding registration. That can all be found in the admissions, and that was answered there. So definitely be sure to check those out. So do we have any other questions related to security, safety, or related to residents? And make sure to do the first year checklist. There's a lot of valuable information on there to make sure to help you prepare. You still have a few weeks, a little bit, about a month before classes start. That might seem like a lot of time, but it will go by quick, especially with some of the holidays, visiting with family and friends, and preparing for travel if some of you are. So make sure to complete the first year checklist. It's very helpful to get you prepared for starting out. Do we get to pick a move-in date for residents? So I'll let Nicole or Ryan answer that one.
Yeah, so we will work with students as best as we can to accommodate move-in dates. As I said, the official move-in date for residents is January 9th. We are only able to accommodate so many students for early arrival, because how essentially it works is someone's in your room right now. The room that you will have in January, someone's living there right now until December 18th, or the end of December, December 31st for international, December 18th for domestic. And then once they leave, we need to clean the room and get it ready for you. So we can accommodate so many students as we have spaces for early arrival, and then the rest will have to unfortunately defer till January 9th, but we work with students as best as we can based on travel arrangements with family, flights if it's coming from outside of Canada, or from other provinces in Canada. So just keep that in mind. Again, it's more on a first come, first serve basis and what we have available. So make sure to get your application as well as your request for early arrival or a request for a specific date if you have one in as soon as possible.
Thank you. So we also have a question. I'll answer this. When is the official orientation program for winter 2022 intake? I would visit our orientation page. It's linked in the chat, but that's the best source. You'll be able to see where all the information are. If you've missed one, you can actually watch it live, as I mentioned a couple of times. But even if you have one coming up that you want to attend, you can register there as well. Okay, so I'm getting some questions about the travel support letter. As mentioned, There's going to be international sessions coming up. There's one actually coming up on Monday. So please be sure to attend that, and you'll be able to have those questions answered. So again, do we have any questions related to residents or related to security or safety protocols? Again, these are two very important areas where there's going to be information that if you're not prepared, it could delay your start, or it could cause some undue stress from not asking the right questions or not confirming this information before you're prepared. So please be sure to ask while we're here. We're available to answer questions related to safety, security, and residents. So please feel free to ask away. Okay, so I'm seeing one of the questions, I did a registration for the international orientation, but when I tried to join, I was unable to do so. That's because it hasn't started yet. The first drop-in session is Monday, December 13th. So if you're registered, be sure to make yourself available for that time, Eastern Standard Time on Monday, and you can get the assistance then. Okay, when is the best time? This would be a Mike Missio question. When is the best time to apply for a parking pass for winter semester?
It's a great question. You can do that right now. There's no need to wait. We have those parking passes available. So if you go online, using the link that was in the chat menu, just go ahead and do that. One thing that I'll say, if you plan on staying at residence, buy a residence pass. You don't need two, you just need one. There's maps to the parking locations available with that link. So you can take a look at the best lot that works for you. But if you're going to be staying in residence, buy a residence pass, and then it'll tell you what lot to park in when you come to campus, whether it's the education center or one of the other sites, college, Commerce Court, or aviation. So good question. You could do that and purchase a pass now, and then pick it up when you arrive in January.
Great, thank you very much, Mike. And the next one, I see Kim's noted that she'd like to answer live. Can I go to campus even if I don't have class? So if Kim or Mike wants to jump in for that one.
Yeah, there are services available, and the campus is open. You'll have to go through a screening process. But we have the library that's open. You can come to campus and use the library. It's a great study space. Whether or not you're accessing student success services, the health center, all those services are available, and you can come to class. Obviously, we want to limit, on-site activity. So if you have a purpose to come to campus, absolutely come to campus, check in with security, and no issues there.
Thanks, Mike. So the next question, is there a residence available for students joining Stanford Brampton campus? So I can unfortunately, no. This session is dedicated to the North Bay and Parry Sound campuses, but I do not believe that there are residence buildings at the Stanford campuses, unfortunately. So my best advice would be to look into some accommodations within the area. Try to be close to school, or at least on a TTC route. Okay, so I still can't find the link for the orientation on the 15th of December for table talk sessions. How do I do it? Is someone able to post the link for the registration?
Yeah,
okay,
I believe Trees already post the drop-in session registration link in the chat box for everyone.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I have another question. Is this batch going to be online or offline? So it depends on the program. I'm going to look up, if someone hasn't posted it already, I'll look it up for you right now. But you'd want to check out the academic delivery plan. This is very important when planning for which course, the course you're taking. Okay, just give me a sec.
Hi, Jesse. I posted the academic delivery plan in the chat.
Right.
Also, when the registration email was sent out, it also lists on there your program, your registration start time and date, and how the program is being delivered. So it's either going to be fully on campus, partially on campus, or fully online. If it is partially on campus, you do need to be in North Bay because you will be required to attend your in-person classes on campus.
Perfect. Thank you. So hello team, how to join the international orientation. If you visit the orientation page, you can sign up for them. Again, the dates are 9 to 10 on Monday, December 13th. So that's Eastern Standard Time. I should also be specific about that. 9 to 10 on Monday, December 20th, and then 9 to 11 on Thursday, January 6th. So that there's a few different options for you to attend. Okay, so this would probably be a Mike or Kim question coming up. What about COVID safety measures inside the campus, like wearing a face mask? I do know the answer to this one, but I'll let Mike answer.
Yeah, great question. So there is an expectation that everyone wear a mask while on campus, whether or not you're in a classroom, walking the hallways. We do need a 3-layered cloth or a paper mask, bridges nose to under chin. So everybody's required to wear that. As mentioned earlier, we have enhanced measures in play, everything from the check-in to the masking, to the cleaning and the sanitation. We haven't had any on-site transmission since the start, and we do have strict protocols in play. So great question. Masking is definitely required.
Thank you very much, Mike. So I'm not seeing any additional questions that relate to security, safety, or residence. We only have a couple left. Again, the international sessions are coming up, so be sure to register and attend those. There's going to be 3 different opportunities for you to have some of these questions answered, as well as ask any new questions you might have. Additionally, there's a lot of resources available in the sessions that have already taken place. So if you want to watch the admissions session, you'll see the itinerary of who speaks, and you can actually fast forward to the part so if you want to hear what Angela from admissions said, you can fast forward to that and review that, rewind. It's really convenient for you. And then there's a lengthy Q&A of many questions that were answered. So you can watch that all on demand on your own time. So we've done our best to make this very convenient for you.